What's going on, you guys? So I wanted to talk to you guys today about something that I discovered online. It's a day late, but day late and a dollar short. I'm still gonna post it. So Paradox released Imperator Rome Development Diary number 1, and apparently this is going to be a weekly thing. They've done this with a couple other games that they released, but this is going to be there's gonna be a lot of dev diaries for this, considering this game's coming out in 2019, and it's May of 2018. So it's gonna be a lot of information. So basically, I just wanted to jump into this and just basically talk to you guys about what this dev diary is talking about, so you don't have to read it together, whatever. Anyway, so let's see. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the first development diary for Imperator Rome. Each Monday until release, except when the team is on holiday, we'll be giving you a development diary. That's awesome. Today we'll be talking about the vision for this game. We have often talked about how close we are with the community, but this is the first game we have made where a post from a forum member is quoted at the top of our game design. That's pretty awesome. They're listening. The balance between CK2, this is the forum member, and EU4 and Vicky2 should remain in Rome 2. Rome was a fantastic mix. He's talking about the expansion pack, I believe, that Rome was released for EU3, because I remember there was an expansion pack for that. Rome was a fantastic mix between CK1 with its characters, EU3 with diplomacy and war, and Vicky 1 with parties, provinces, and population dynamic, and its own feature like barbaric migration and the best civil wars in Paradox games. Well, yeah, the American Civil War in that game was pretty good. I really do like it on a grand strategy level. This was such a great post describing Rome, so that when we started with Imperator, it was natural to use. In this game, we wanted to stay true to this vision while implementing the knowledge we've learned in the last decade of making games with better UX, that's UI, and player agency while increasing the depth and complexity enormously. There were a few main things with the original that was really bad, though, and that we have decided to remove or change. We're removing characters as envoys, as that was a bad mechanic, and you primarily used to get rid of people. Omens and religious prestige was not very fun. It has been changed. Trade was a lot of micromanagement. This has been reworked for a more interesting and fun mechanic. All in all, whenever possible, we've tried to be adding more depth and complexity to the game to make this the ultimate GSG. GSG. Grand strategy game. Okay, just got that. Here's a quick look of Liberia. I gotta take it at Liberia. So anyway, I'll post the screenshot that they're posting here. A couple of things that I saw from the screenshot, which is kind of a little interesting. There is a dolphin in a Rome uniform on the bottom right, and there's 1,275 labeled there. I'm assuming there's 1,275 dolphins dressed up as Romans. Interesting. Something I mentioned in one of the latest episodes of Single March Strategy is, if you look at the bottom right, the mini map, the map stretches from Spain all the way to the beginning outskirts of China. So what does that tell us? It tells us that we could be looking at Mongols. Was Mongols a thing during Rome? I think it was, wasn't it? I'm not 100% on Roman history, so you're gonna have to excuse me if I got that wrong. But we're gonna be dealing with basically empires of India, China, the Middle East, and obviously Rome, right? So one thing that I also noticed in this game is, if you look at the previous screenshot, which I'll put up, that was during the announcement, and this screenshot, which I'll put up now, you'll notice that there's a lot more provinces in this one, right? And the cool thing about this is, I think they're bringing in the mechanic that you get from EU4 and EU4, where basically, I believe a lot of Spain and the known world is going to be blank, right? Until you probably send probably explorers. You don't have conquistadors in this, so you're gonna probably have to send some people out to kind of like find these provinces that have not been discovered yet. So that's gonna be a cool mechanic. You probably, if you played EU4, you're kind of familiar with it, where you kind of discover the new world with the conquistadors and provinces start showing up. I think that's what's going to happen here. You're not just going to have the whole known world appear to you. You're going to have to discover it, which I think is pretty cool. And I think that's about it. So overall, next week we'll take a deep look into the maps, cities, and provinces. That's going to be cool. Anyway, I'm really excited for this game. I like the mechanic that you're going to have to discover provinces similar to EU4. The mechanic of characters as envoys. I did not play the Roman expansion for EU3. I did play EU4, and I believe there are envoys in that in the diplomacy system. Honestly, I do like the envoy system in EU4. I usually get 2 or 3 or 4 envoys, and I don't find that annoying or anything. So, at least it didn't bother me. For you, I don't know. Maybe it offended you. I don't know. Whatever. Anyway, last thing that I want to post this here is the posters done by Johan. I'm assuming that's Johan Anderson, the head guy at Paradox. And interesting enough, his join-in date was December 14, 1999. He has 17,532 messages. That's a lot. Just reminds me how old I am, because around that time I remember going into New York City, picking up Paradox games on 34th Street, and I was still in high school at the time, and yeah, I'm old. Anyway, that does it for this. I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Is this not why you are here?